This evening, tragedy struck this morning along the Linden-Suicide Highway as a fatal accident claimed the lives of at least 5 individuals and left several others injured. We'll bring you the latest updates on this devastating incident. Next, the spotlight intensifies on the former Minister of Local Government as another damning allegation surfaces. Stay tuned to hear firsthand from the alleged victim and get the latest on the ongoing investigation by the Ghana Police Force. Moving on, government lawmakers enact significant changes to the country's aviation law, aimed at bolstering national security and public safety. Join us as we explore the implications of these changes and their impact on Ghana's aviation sector. Then, First Lady Arya Ali hosts a candlelight vigil at the Kingston Seawall Esplanade to honor Palestinian mothers affected by the ongoing crisis. We'll bring you the insights from the vigil and the reactions from attendees. Plus, in regional news, rescue workers continue search and rescue operations in southern Brazil following devastating floods that have claimed the lives of at least 136 people. We'll provide updates on the situation and the ongoing humanitarian response. Stay tuned for these stories and more. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for May 13, 2024. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. Tragedy struck early this morning when a fatal accident occurred along the Suicide Linden Highway in the vicinity of Long Creek, resulting in the loss of at least 5 lives and multiple injuries. The collision, reported at approximately 8:20 hours to police in Regional Division 4B, involved 2 vehicles traveling in opposite directions. As a result, at least 5 individuals were pronounced dead at the scene. Among the deceased are Delwan Farrell, a New Silver City secondary school teacher, siblings Rochelle Leacock and Edu Leacock, and pensioner Urani Hall, all of Kukwani Region 10. The identity of the 5th victim remains undisclosed. Reports indicate that several others sustained injuries and are currently receiving treatment in hospitals, with Asher Granum reported to be in a critical condition. Traffic Chief Mahendra Singh confirmed that investigations are ongoing at the scene to determine the circumstances leading to the collision. Headline News will continue to provide updates as further details emerge regarding this devastating incident. Moving on to the next headline, the Ministry of Education has reached out to the Minister of Labour seeking intervention in a dispute with the Ghana Teachers Union regarding the time frame of a new multi-year agreement. This move follows a breakdown in negotiations between the Ministry and the GTU over which year the agreement should cover. According to the Ministry, the impasse has prompted the need for conciliation. In line with the provision of the 1990 Memorandum of Agreement, the Ministry expressed its readiness to negotiate a multi-year agreement from 2024 onwards, but the GTU insists on discussing the years 2019 to 2023. The Ministry emphasized the importance of resolving the issue promptly to avoid further disruptions as the GTU has resorted to strike actions amid the ongoing dispute. The Ministry also highlighted its commitment to engaging with the GTU to reach a mutually acceptable resolution. It remains hopeful that the intervention of the Ministry of Labour will facilitate constructive dialogue and lead to a favourable outcome for all parties involved. The meeting was scheduled for earlier today. We now turn our attention to a disturbing development with serious ramifications. On Friday, a female made a sexual assault allegation and cyberbullying reports against former Minister of Local Government and Minister of Parliament Nigel Darl. Sarah Hack, a 28-year-old woman, held a press conference online on Friday, May 10, 2024, where she detailed her alleged rape by former Minister of Local Government and Regional Development Nigel Darl. Hack, a former employee of the same ministry, shared distressing accounts of being sexually assaulted and exploited by Darl. She has filed a police report and is hoping for justice.
My rape report against Mr. Nigel Darl was made on May 9th, 2024 at the Coben John police station. I also have cyberbullying charges made against him on May 8th, 2024 at Sperendam police station and the Criminal Investigation Department over viral remarks, homophobia, and untruths of an inflammatory nature that were said via live video feeds and public posts on Facebook.
In response, Darmlal denied allegations, accusing Hack of attempting to tarnish his reputation. He claimed that Hack's demeanor changed after he rebuffed her advances, alleging that she then launched a campaign against him through fake profiles. Last year, Darmlal resigned amidst an investigation into the alleged sexual assault of a minor. Recently, he was re-elected as the 35th member Central Executive of the PPP. Darmlal secured the 6th highest number of votes among those nominated for the 40-member Central Executive Body and 5 non-voting members. Meanwhile, after facing pressure from journalists and the Ghana Press Association, the Ghana Police Force finally addressed the alleged rape accusation against the former local government minister today. The police force issued a statement shortly after being criticized by GPA for their silence on the matter. In their statement, Crime Chief Acting Wendell Blanham confirmed that the alleged victim had filed a formal report at the Coven John police station. He emphasized the seriousness of the allegations and assured that the matter was actively being investigated. However, no arrests have been made. Stick around when we return. Ghana strengthens airspace security, and First Lady Aria Ali hosts candlelight vigil for Palestinian mothers.
Experience more than award-winning speed.
Way more.
Get the best that LTE has to offer on Digicel, officially the fastest mobile network in Guyana. Ookla, the company behind Speedtest, recognizes Digicel as the best mobile network in Guyana. With the best LTE experience and the fastest data speeds, experience it all with Digicel, the award-winning network for everyone, everywhere.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
TikToker followers, it's credit. And today, all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, white spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you don't know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, dark seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radhika went to the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. She shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables, We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton, and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Our smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Middle Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Welcome back. Ghana's lawmakers have made significant changes to the country's aviation law aimed at enhancing national security and public safety. These changes include provisions allowing authorities to intercept aircraft flying illegally over Ghana's territory and establishing no-fly zones in certain areas. The move comes amid growing tensions with Venezuela over territorial claims. Juan Edghill, the minister overseeing the aviation sector, emphasized the importance of preparing for future challenges without directly mentioning any specific country. The amendments detailed in the new Civil Aviation Amendment Bill 2024 were unanimously passed by the National Assembly. The amended law requires pilots to comply with marshalling signals and interception orders issued by Guyanese authorities, which aligns with the international aviation standards outlined in the Chicago Convention. Violations of interception orders could result in hefty fines or imprisonment. The legislation also allows for the defense of pilots who reasonably believe compliance with interception orders could endanger the safety of the aircraft or its occupants. These changes are part of Ghana's efforts to ensure compliance with international aviation standards ahead of an upcoming audit by the International Aviation Organization. In other news, 10 families in Hamaruni, Region 1, received newly constructed elevated houses through the Hindland housing program. Each house, valued at $3.9 million, featured 3 bedrooms, a living room, a kitchen area, and a water tank. Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowell officially handed over the houses during an outreach in the region. Beneficiaries expressed gratitude for the new homes, which provide more space for their families and mark a significant improvement in their living conditions. Minister Crowell highlighted the economic impact of the program, injecting $39 million into the village economy. Construction is also underway for an ICT hub and shade house to foster agricultural development in Hamaruni. The initiative is a commitment to improving housing and infrastructure in hinterland communities, with similar projects underway in other regions. On a different note, on Saturday, First Lady Arya Ali hosted a candlelight vigil at the Kingston Seawall Esplanade to honor Palestinian mothers affected by the ongoing crisis. Hundreds attended the event to express solidarity and support. Speaking passionately, the First Lady urged Guyanese citizens to advocate for the humanity of Palestinians and demand accountability for the atrocities in Gaza. She highlighted Guyana's unwavering commitment to supporting Palestinians through various initiatives, including fundraising and awareness programs. Minister of Human Services and Social Security, Dr. Vindhya Prasad, also emphasized Ghana's support for Palestine, noting the country's efforts at the United Nations Security Council. The vigil featured prayers, poems, and songs to comfort the victims and demonstrate solidarity across religious backgrounds. Don't go away after the break. More than 300 killed in Afghanistan flash floods, and Johns Hopkins encampment ends. University agrees to consider divestment.
Not a single bar of service.
Not with us. Digicel officially has the best mobile coverage in Guyana. Ookla, the company behind Speedtest, recognizes Digicel as the network with the best mobile coverage in Guyana. Be it in Aishalton or in Etteringbang, we got you covered.
Digicel, the award-winning network for everyone, everywhere.
Welcome to Fortune Investment Company, your #1 eco-friendly cleaning and janitorial company in Guyana. At Fortune Investment Company, we specialize in commercial and residential cleaning. Whether it's your home or office, our experienced team is detail-focused and take pride in providing excellent services to make your spaces sparkle. Restaurants and kitchen cleaning? Aren't you tired of hearing your chef complain? Keep your culinary spaces spotless and hygienic with our dedicated maintenance services. Floor scrubbing and polishing? Elevate the look of your home or business. Give your floors a new lease on life with our professional scrubbing and polishing. But that's not all. We also offer power washing and steam cleaning. Say goodbye to dirt and moss. Our power washing services will leave your surfaces looking brand new. Revitalize your carpets, mattresses, and chairs with our thorough steam cleaning services. When you want someone to clean your space with care and without the unhealthy chemicals, you want Fortune Investment Company. Call us now at 646-0405 or 689-7558 or 639-6365 or visit us at 3430 Jacksonville Housing Scheme, North Rumville to schedule your cleaning and janitorial services. Visit our business pages at Fortune Investment Company to learn more about our services and promotion. Fortune Investment Company, where cleanliness meets perfection, because a clean space is a happy space. And remember, we do the dirty works while you stay clean.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lenders, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Common smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Middle Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. The Dominican Republic's National Drug Control Directorate seized 6 sheets of cocaine bound for the Netherlands at Las Americas International Airport. During routine checks, a K9 detected controlled substances in a box of computer video cards. Agents found 250 grams of cocaine concealed in 6 envelopes. The shipment, supposedly sent by a woman, was destined for an individual in Rotterdam, Netherlands, as per the shipping manifest. The DNCD continues its effort to intercept drug trafficking activities, collaborating with airport security and the public ministry to combat illicit drug trade. Rescue workers are braving torrential rains while searching for survivors after last week's devastating flood in southern Brazil. At least 136 people have died in the state of Rio Grande do Sul. Thousands of people have evacuated their homes, but many in poor areas are still stranded. Al Jazeera's Alexandra Rampieti reports.
People displaced by unprecedented rains keep arriving in shelters in the southern Brazilian city of Porto Alegre. Everton Machado was searching for his missing parents when he got stranded.
They rescued me by boat. I called out to them. They stopped, took me in, and brought me here. I was soaked. They welcomed me well. They gave me clothes. Now I'm fine.
Authorities say more than 100 people remain missing across the state of Rio Grande do Sul. Air Force has been deployed to drop loads of aid in isolated communities. But Saturday brought more rain, further complicating the already difficult operations.
Many people see rain and are afraid. We understand people's fear. They know that when it rains, the water rises even more.
And it's not only people. Volunteers and rescuers are also bringing hundreds of animals to safety.
These dogs come from the Humaita neighborhood. The owners were asking for help. We checked them up here. First, we tranquilize them, then we see if they need medical care or if they need to go to a shelter. Many people help by offering a ride, and many veterinarians are helping too.
The devastating floods have also affected parts of neighboring Uruguay. More than 2,000 people have been displaced there.
I was here and the lagoon started to overflow, and when it overflowed, I had to leave. We took what we could with a friend. We put the mattresses on top of the tables.
Back in Brazil, authorities say more rain is expected over the weekend, promising more mayhem in what is already one of the worst climate disasters in the country in decades. Alessandro Ampietti, Al Jazeera.
Internationally, flash floods triggered by heavy rains in Afghanistan have killed at least 315 people, and there are fears the death toll could rise. Al Jazeera's Kaylee Kalhan reports.
Buried under mud and debris, the ruins of what were family homes. The force of Friday's flood destroyed thousands of properties across Baglan province.
This is my life that you see now. All these were houses before, one house after another. A scary flood came and took everything with it.
It also took more than 300 lives, according to the Taliban's Ministry for Refugees, a number that is likely to rise. Allahu Akbar. Many of the victims have already been buried.
I lost 13 members of my family, including women and children.
Floodwaters washed out entire villages and livelihoods.
We don't have clean water to drink and there's nowhere to live, nothing to use. Everything, including the school and the clinic, are gone.
Unseasonal heavy rains caused the flash flooding, sweeping through several provinces across Afghanistan. Baglan is considered the worst affected.
I don't know what help is coming to us from the government. There is no life left for us anymore. Where should we go? This is my house and all of it is destroyed. There is no life left for me anymore.
Many of the roads in and out of the regions are paved in mud, making it difficult for rescue teams to reach remote areas. Diggers are needed to carve out a path.
I expect the government and the UN to provide us with shelter, water, medicine, and somewhere to live so that all these people can be safe.
The people of Baglan are waiting for that desperately needed help to arrive. Kaylee Callahan, Al Jazeera.
Finally, another university in the United States has agreed to consider divesting from companies that do business with Israel in a deal with protesting students. The administration at Johns Hopkins heeded the key demand of students who had set up an anti-war encampment on campus. Al Jazeera's Patty Kahan reports.
Tents, home to protesters on the Johns Hopkins University campus for the last 13 days, voluntarily taken down after they were able to make a deal with university officials.
The administration is offering us a very fast-tracked review of our divestment concerns, and then the Board of Trustees is going to vote on that in either March or June of 2025.
As part of the deal, the student protesters will also not face disciplinary action, and the protesters have agreed not to disrupt the upcoming graduation ceremony, something that has happened across the country in the last few days. At Duke University, students walk out before comedian Jerry Seinfeld, a vocal supporter of Israel, gave a speech.
Free, free Palestine!
This was the scene at the University of California, Berkeley, and the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
Give him water!
Protests after the ceremonies at the University of Texas in Austin.
Class of 2024.
And at Virginia Commonwealth University, students walked out as the governor began to speak to protest the violent police crackdown against protesters supporting Palestine on campus. Those tactics have been the norm across the country. Police in riot gear using pepper spray and violence to arrest nearly 2,900 people at 57 universities. Back at Johns Hopkins, just one of 6 universities to agree to a peaceful settlement, protesters say this part is over, but it is just the beginning.
This agreement will be the first step in a much longer fight, and it will allow us to regroup and focus our energy on future actions and on future agitation towards the ultimate goal of total divestment from Israel.
Now they have a promise that a vote will happen on whether the school's large endowment will divest from firms and defense contractors that help Israel, just not a guarantee that they'll vote in their favor. Patty Culhane, Al Jazeera, Washington.
This brings us to the end of the regional and global news coverage. Up next is the Friday weather forecast. And that's Tip TV2 Headline News for this Monday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can tune in tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. for a rebroadcast and at 7 p.m. for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.